Okay, so this is the very first time on Clapper Radio. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work out, to be honest with you. So we're just going to play it by ear and see what comes in and what goes out. It looks like no one is here just yet. Actually, one here now is what it says. And let's see, we're just going to kind of wait until we have a little bit of a crowd build. If you're here, I think I can see texts. I don't know, to be honest with you. So this will be like the very first time here. Obviously, if you're being noted, if you're the first one here, so you're probably, where are we at here? 1 over here, 0 over here. I don't know what that means, guys. There's some things on the screen I'm just not familiar with, but it is what it is. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to give it a couple of minutes. I'm going to sit here. We're going to drink a little bit of, we got a free bottle of wine tonight, Barefoot Fruit Scotto Peach. And it actually seems like it's pretty good. If you are listening, do me a favor, guys, throw something inside the chat and we will know what it is. Also, for my listeners over on all of the other podcasts where this will eventually be uploaded to, guys, make sure that you hit those thumbs up buttons or whatever it is you do right now. So it looks like one person is over here, 2 over here. I don't know what that means, guys. If you can post something, please do. That way I can actually see. It says I have 1 listener. I have 2 listeners. I'm thinking maybe the system is just taking its time getting there. I don't know what this is all about. But anyway, so today's... the very first episode here is all about Bad News Friday. And Bad News Friday always has to do with 99% of the time. Hey, West Virginia Pappy, good to see you, bro. It's normally all about our government. I used to do a show weekly, actually daily, called the Prepper Sit Rep. And we talked about those things every single day. And it kind of got a little monotonous. But I figured I'd give this Prepper Radio thing a try and see how it works out. It's honestly, guys, it's a little bit dry. It's there's like no interaction. I can barely even tell that I'm actually speaking. I don't know. So we're just going to go ahead and carry on. And I guess the first thing that we should probably talk about is I guess let's go ahead and get a sponsor knocked out. I'm going to talk to you guys briefly about EMP Shield. EMP Shield, it protects your car, your home, your RV. From an EMP, from an electromagnetic pulse, as well as lightning in your house. You can actually use code LocalPrepper to save $50. Just go on over to empshield.com and put that code in, and it'll save you $50. I have one on all of my vehicles, and I'm working towards getting one on my house. There's a lot to be said for the device itself because it's actually very useful. So, with getting that out of the way, I guess the first thing that I wanted to talk about is, shut up, phone. I guess the first thing that I want to talk about is it appears that Iran and Israel are not getting along. The headlines are Biden says he expects Iran will attack Israel sooner than later. Where are we going? And this is actually coming out of CNN. I guess they're trying to make him tough. I'm not exactly sure exactly what they're doing. But Washington, CNN, President Joe Biden told reporters at the White House Friday that he expects Iran will attack Israel, quote, sooner than later. Quote, I don't want to get into secure information, but my expectation is sooner than later, Biden said to reporters. When asked how imminent an Iran attack on Israel would be. This is actually kind of problematic because Israel is our ally, and if Iran attacks, we could literally find ourselves in a full-up war with them. Now, could we turn them into a glass parking lot pretty easily? Yeah, pretty much. But Israel can do that themselves. But the bigger picture says that, they're using what they're calling real, incredible, and viable threat of an Iranian launching strikes. But the real problem is that it instantly draws us into a war with Iran. Once again, now diverting us even more. But we would likely just bomb the crap out of them. Literally, I'll be honest with you guys. Iran has really gotten a lot more technologically advanced since they've started to make the long-range drones. But it's pretty easy to wipe these guys out. It really is very easy to wipe them out based off of our technology being better than their technology. It also wouldn't hurt that we're allies with so many other people that they would probably get involved just to get this taken care of faster. So I guess the takeaway from that is that if Iran decides to step up to the plate and go toe-to-toe with Israel, I don't think Israel will have any problems using some of their ballistic missiles and I won't say nuclear, but that's a danger. But they wouldn't have any problem using some of their ballistic missiles as well as their cruise missiles to just flatten Iran. The Israelis and the Iranians have been going at it for some time. If you guys don't know your history, you might want to look into that. If you're interested anyway. But, the Israelis have actually flown, at 50 feet all the way across the damn Middle East just to blow up an Iranian power plant, or what they expected they were making nuclear munition, fissionable material at the time, and then fly all the way back and be completely undetected. And those pilots trained for, I want to say it was like 6 months to pull that mission off. They literally were in F-16s flying just forever at around 50 feet so they would never be detected. So the thing about the Israelis is that they have the will to win. They want to fight. They believe in their cause. And so they're going to do whatever it takes to win. It's like the old saying, don't mess with Texas, and don't mess with the Israelis. Oh, that wine is actually good. It's really good. I don't even really like peach, but that's some tasty wine. If you guys are drinking wine right now, or beer, whatever it is, whatever you're drinking, put something in the comments there, and that way I know that we're on the same playing field. What does this button do? Night mode and do not disturb. We'll go to night mode. I like night mode. Night mode is easy on the eyes. All right, so if you've got any comments about Israel and Iran, do me a favor, put those in the comments. And I don't even know if you can comment. I just don't know. What I do know is that you can actually request to talk. Something just happened on my screen. There's like a little people button here with a little 1 on it. Let me push that button right there. Hicktown Honey has requested to speak. Let me talk to this young lady. I'm going to go ahead and invite her in. She has been invited. It looks like she is popping up on my screen right now. Hicktown Honey, can you hear me? Hopefully you've got some kind of microphone to speak to me on. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I figured it out.
There we go. Those fancy telephonic buttons. How are you doing tonight?
Wonderful. I just wanted to pop in and let you know that there's no place to leave a comment.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, this is the very first time I've done this. But I do think that it's interesting. It looks like I have you and somebody else. It's probably West Virginia Pappy that are actually listening to me run my gums. So I don't know. All right.
It's a little different, but it's unique. So I thought I'd let you know. We're not ignoring you.
I got you. Well, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, girl.
All right. See ya.
Okay. See ya. Let's see here. Well, now that I know no one can comment, I'm really feeling alone and unafraid now. All right, so moving on to the next subject right here. And by the way, if you guys are not familiar, there was something happened on the old interwebs globally about, I want to say it was about let's see, it was about 6:39 p.m. And basically a huge chunk of spectrum got nailed, got taken down basically. I'm also seeing where there's a problem with TikTok. TikTok is fighting right now to stay to continue to stay active on the internet. Their digital connection is experiencing lots and lots of problems, and I don't know why. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to go to that one right there. There's man, the people are lining up to just say the dumbest things. So this is actually out of NPR. If you guys haven't heard about them, people are like questioning why they're even around. But Republicans aim to stop non-citizen voting in federal elections. It's already illegal. So basically, they're trying to say that in their headline, they're saying that why are we doing this? Because it's already illegal. Stop wasting our time. It's always about everybody being in their way. And what this actually comes down to is so. The Speaker of the House is standing in front of the President Trump, and basically they're saying we're going to stop the illegals from voting. Now, sometimes I wonder, like they pretend that everybody else is dumb and that they're the smartest people on the planet. So if you don't believe that illegal aliens are voting in states, in precincts, where there is no voter ID required, then you are a fool. You are making a huge mistake, and you have to understand that it's happening. It's happening. I have seen illegal aliens in my precinct trying to vote. You catch them in the parking lot. They all get out of the same clown car. They all have their little pieces of paper. They're all trying to get their stories straight, and then they go up to whomever they're going to speak to, and they ask what's your name, and then they say their name, and they say what's your address, and they give them an address, and then these people go and then they're voting for somebody else. They're breaking the law because they are not registered voters. And so I've literally caught them at the polls myself and said, what's your name? And then they look at you like you're crazy, and then they leave because they know what they're doing is wrong. They know they're going to get in trouble, but they're doing it anyway. And here's the thing. They're not doing it because they want to be the American voting citizen. They're doing it because somebody who speaks their native language has organized them, probably some freaking NGO or something, has organized them and taught them how to bypass, how to usurp the system so that they can get votes for the people that are going to continue to allow this crap to happen. This is what this all is all about. It's all about the people being in office who will allow the bull to continue. And it's blatant as day. People just don't want to say it. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe they're scared of confrontation. Maybe they're not exactly sure if they're right or wrong. But the bottom line is the average American doesn't want these people to be interfering in the way our government works. And they don't want the people that have trained them to interfere to get away with it. They want these people locked up. They want them put away, because if they don't, this is just going to continue over and over and over. It's like mail-in ballots. Guys, there is no room for mail-in ballots, okay? Mail-in ballots were designed for citizens that were outside the United States, or military members, or Department of State members that were posted outside of the United States that could not go. And also for military members who were posted at different bases that were outside of their state that they were registered to vote in. So that's the whole purpose of mail-in voting. And those votes were actually collected by a voting registration officer that was actually trained in the military by the government to collect those votes, register those votes, and mail those votes off. So this whole mail-in thing, it's a joke, guys. It's a huge crime that is happening to us. And we've got to stop it. We absolutely have to stop it. And it's not going to stop until we take these people that think they know more than we do, that they're just so damn smart, and we tell them to shut the hell up, crawl back under your frickin' rock, and if you don't, I'm going to make you. That's the kind of things that have to happen in America right now. And if they don't, then we're all screwed. We're absolutely all screwed. Okay, so I think I'm going to make the next segment. I'm going to say that Jace Medical is going to be our unofficial sponsor of the next segment. Here's why. I love Jace Medical, guys. I've got a couple of kits. As you know, I'm an affiliate. I believe in Jace Medical because I have used my Jace case time and time again. My girlfriend has used her Jace case time and time again. I have testimonials from people that follow me that have told me, man, I'm really glad I bought that Jace case because I had to take care of this, or I had to do that, or I couldn't get to this. Oh, that was weird. Oh, Hicktown, you're still locked in. Did you say me? Is that what you just did? You scared the crap out of me. Have you signed up for Prep Stock 2024? If not, what? Don't be a knucklehead. Check this out. It's really easy. It's on the internet, guys. It's on the internet. Look, there's a button right there. All you do is you push it, and you get to find out what Prep Stock 2024 is about. Don't get left out. Talk to you later. Someone's mic is on. I can hear it. Even though it says it's not, I can hear it. Scared the hell out of me. Anyway, Hicktown Honey's an adult. I know her personally, and I'm not worried about it. So, where are we at here? But yeah, definitely. If you go to jacemedical.com, and or I'll leave a link someplace on the other stuff, or you can go to the link in the description of my clapper. You can also save 10% by using LocalPrepper 10 as the code, and you'll save 10% off your Jace case. Got to have it. It's got to be. It's medical preparedness is not a joke. It's not something you can forget about. It's kind of like your water storage plan. You've got to have it. Everybody ignores it, and then one day they go to use their water and it doesn't come on. They're like, "Oh crap!" And then you get that sinking feeling in your gut, and that's the whole idea. You need to avoid that at all costs. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the next segment here. Oh, let's see here. The hardliners in the House, the hardliner far right Republicans, they are vowing retaliation against the Republicans who sank the FISA warrant mandate. So if you didn't know this, it's actually been in the news for about a week now. The House has been talking about it and working on the reauthorization of the FISA bill. Or not the FISA bill, was it 704, I think it is. And what it basically is, so FISA is the part of the bill that talks about foreign courts and the ability to use a database that was designed to collect information on foreign adversaries. And if that foreign adversary for some reason ever talked to you, mentioned your name, was anything to do with you, then your name crosses into that database. And it is against the law for the government, for law enforcement, for the CIA, the DEA, any one of these acronym named organizations to search that database looking for American citizens. Absolutely, because basically they just, I believe it's Fourth Amendment, they just did a search on you is basically what just happened, okay? And it's not good. Now, what has happened is they've been going back and forth. There are several amendments that were added to this bill, but I think it's about 80 Republicans voted to allow FISA to continue to do this. It's without requiring a warrant. Guys, this is a very serious problem. It's a very serious problem. And they voted it in. They crossed the lines with the Democrats, and they said, yeah, let's keep doing this. Now, we're being told by the Speaker of the House that, before I didn't think we should be able to do this. I think it's, unconstitutional. And he's towing the party line, basically saying that warrants would be required for these types of things. And then he comes out today and says, well, I went, I became the Speaker of the House. I went and got a confidential briefing or a classified briefing, and now things have changed. And so here's my question to the Speaker of the House. Are you telling me that you never went and got that classified brief before you were the Speaker of the House? That's interesting. So it never bothered you that U.S. citizens were getting investigated or basically searched, that their constitutional right was being bypassed, assumed, ignored, and you never thought of that? I mean, and you're the Speaker of the House. I mean, what have you been doing this whole time that you've been in the U.S. House of Representatives? Because it's a little confusing to me that how you went in and got a brief one day, how you instantly flip-flopped. It's almost like you got this conspiracy theories about the aliens and how like they invite you over and they've got a clone of you and then they throw that clone in. It's almost like you're the alien Manchurian candidate. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, we're going to be like pictures of, hey, why does his neck skin look really loose today? Stupid stuff like that. The reality is that these people that sit in office don't give a crap about what is happening inside the continental United States. All they care about is maintaining their power. It's that easy. And I have my favorites, and I had a lot of hope for this new Speaker of the House. But he is just, I hate to say it, our last Speaker, it was all about balance. It was always about trying to negotiate, from a position of strength, but what worked on both sides of the House to get something done, okay? And I saw that. And it's like, and people were just like, just freaking out on both sides when he doesn't lean their particular direction. So he stays in the middle and he gets chewed up. And that's what happened to our last Speaker of the House. Now this one, he's like talking tough, and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And it doesn't seem as if he's actually done anything. In fact, the last House Appropriations bill, it barely frickin' passed down to the last minute, and they didn't do anything that the Republicans wanted it to do. It's mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. So my prediction is this guy's going to be gone. I don't know how fast. I don't know how soon, but he's probably going to be gone soon enough, we'll say. We'll say soon enough because, you got people that are out there on the far right, and they're like, this is bull. Honestly, I honestly cannot believe for a second, and I've been privy to my share of classified briefings. Not joking. If you don't know who I am, then maybe do your research before you, just do your research, okay? But I've been privy to my share of classified briefings, and none of them ever made me change my mind about something that I already had common knowledge of. All right. So if this man wants to say that, hey, yeah, go, team, go, and then go into one stinking brief that he should have had years ago, okay, and then pop out and say, ooh, maybe we shouldn't do that. Ooh, let's was it kid hands? Kid glove hands. Let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it for a second. I think he's probably what most people would call a rhino. And he can attach himself to Trump all day long, but sooner or later, Trump's going to be like, you're screwing up, buddy. You're screwing up, and I can't be part of this. It'll be like, I tried, I listened to you, I had your back, and you're still doing stupid stuff. And so now I'm going to detach myself from you. But I think that is a relationship of convenience for both of them. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I think that the current Speaker of the House is he's going to have a short-lived job. The members of the Speaker of the House just don't want to go through the debacle that they went through to get the last Speaker of the House elected, or should I say in office, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem, guys. Let's see here, and I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to roll on to our next guy we want to talk about here. And so it's a company called Parcel Safety. These guys produce low-cost, high-value, full-face gas masks. And if you use code LocalPrepper when you buy one, You'll save 20%. These guys have unbelievable sales going on all the time. You should sign up for their newsletter. They will keep you in the know. But I mean, if you want to save 20% off of, you know, a $165 gas mask, that's on you. So what you want to do is go to parcelsafety.com, find what you're looking for, and then type in code. When you go to buy it, type in code LocalPrepper, all one word, and save 20%. Get that cut right off your bill. Okay, so I think I'm going to go on to the last subject right here. Let's see if I can find it here, because I got stuff pulled on my computer, and the internet has been acting super duper crazy today. I want to talk to you very briefly about something called the National Terrorism Advisory System. Over the last 72 to 48 hours, there's been lots of talks about people that are being snatched up by ICE that are inside the United States that are on the terrorist watch list, that have spent like a year inside of our country and people didn't even know it, because when they got snatched up, they were released because there was no way to prove, I'm using my quote fingers, prove that they were a terrorist threat, even though they matched all the identifiers, the names matched, the pictures matched, everything, but they didn't have enough to prove that these people were a problem. Guys, they're starting to snatch them up left and right, and the reason is actually pretty simple. There's something called the National Terrorism Advisor System bulletin, and these bulletins only get put out. It's not like an annual thing. They get put out when there's a threat to the Homeland Security. And what happens is that they write this bulletin up and they state all of the threats that are associated with that bulletin. Guys, there has not been a bulletin written since May of last year. And all they talked about in that bulletin was angry white dudes and school shootings and how the individual, the lone wolf American, you know, I mean, they're just like targeting the average kid or white dude and saying that they're terrorists. That's the only thing they're talking about on the National Terrorism Advisory System. And it's absolutely crazy because, you know, why are they not advising us that, oh, by the way, we just found a bunch of terrorists. They've been in and out of the country over the last 2 years. But we're just letting you know. You know, they're starting to snatch up all these guys that are committing crimes that are coming across the border, but they're really focused on guys that are on the terrorist watch list that have slipped through their fingers. And apparently they just snatched one up yesterday that was living in this country for a year, left the country, came back across the border, got snatched up again, and then let go because they couldn't prove that he was on the terrorist watch list. And now mysteriously the FBI has found him, and DHS and ICE, they've all found him, and they're all like circling him, and he's in our custody now. Like, that's supposed to make us freaking feel better? What is it, like 240,000 illegal aliens have come across the border this year, you know, as of the end of what, March? I mean, and my numbers could be completely wrong, but the reality is that this is insane. This is absolutely insane. And then you got Director Wray, you know, he's going before Congress yesterday during a hearing and starting to, like, doing the I told you so stuff, so that when something really, really bad happens here in the United States, he can be like, I told you so. I told you so. This is happening, guys. I told you so. So he would not be blamed. It is that easy. These people are slipping through the fingers of ICE. They're slipping through the fingers of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. When they are held for crimes, there's no detainers at the local level. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And I hate to say this, but the only way to fix this is to get rid of El Presidente, you know? I know that's not an easy fix. But that is the solution. You know, what was it Monday? Biden's like, I think I can do executive action today. Like, he just woke up out of his freaking, you know, his energy drink or his chocolate drink for old people, you know, food coma. You know, he just woke up one morning and realized that he could do something with executive orders. But unfortunately, they would literally just be copying and pasting what President Trump was doing, and that would make them look stupid. And they just can't have that. There's no sense of humility with these people at all. They're just going to be like, oh yeah, we were all screwed up. We know it now. We fixed it. We're moving on. Better days. No, they can't even do that. They're just like lost in the sauce completely, and they just won't even admit how screwed up they are, because it's this kinder, gentler, touchy-feely world that they're trying to create doesn't work when we let rapists and murderers and professional criminals and the mentally insane and all the people that what was it, Ecuador just let out of all their damn prisons. Okay, I mean, it's just insane. We're just letting them just slide across the border and do whatever the hell they want to do in your touchy-feely world. It's almost like, what was the name of that movie? What was the name of that movie where Stallone was like the frozen cop, and they brought him back, and he was just like real gruff and stuff, and they were like, hey, this is a great place, yeah, Taco Bell, but it reversed that, because all the bad guys are the ones that are coming into this world that they're trying to create, and it's not going to work, guys. It's absolutely not going to work. All right, so I think that's going to be about it. It's been 31 minutes. For those of you that have, oh my God, somebody just popped in as a listener, that have been listening to me for this whole time, I appreciate you hanging out with me. And until the next time, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. And you guys didn't give me no diamonds or nothing, you slackers. I don't know how this crap works anyway. You guys have a great night. I'm going to go drink some wine. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.